Sometimes store-bought clothes just don't fit you right off the rack. If you're like me and pants are just a little too long for your little legs, it's not that your legs are too short, it's the pants are too long. So I'm going to show you 3 ways without a sewing machine that you can hem your pants to fit you better. We're going to start from easiest to most complicated, and even the most complicated is not complicated. So for the first one, all you need is a stapler and staples. Literally it, and you can see where I'm going with that one. Okay, so what I have here is a little sleeve that I made. This can be our testing pant leg. So that's what that will be, our little pant leg. And see, just a little sleeve, little pant leg. Yeah, you can do this on shirt sleeves too. It's the same concept. So this is going to be inside out. You want to turn your pants or your sleeve inside out. You can see the thread here. So after you've measured how much you need to hem your pants, then you just want to fold this over however much you need to hem. Make sure it is even on all sides. I'm just going to kind of tug on it, roll it around. You can iron this down, that actually helps a lot. I'm not going to do that because this is just a little test to show you the ideas, but if you want it to look really nice, you just want to give that a good press. So it's mostly even. There you go. And then literally all you're going to do is staple around every so often. You don't have to get crazy with it, but this is more of like an emergency. If you're at work and you don't have a sewing kit, you don't know how to sew, you don't want to rip your pants, or you're wearing the not tall enough shoe, you don't want your pant legs to drag on the ground or get messed up. This is just an emergency way to quickly hem your pants temporarily. Don't leave the staples in. Don't wash your clothes with staples in there. You want to make sure you take them out gently as well. So depending on the fabric, that staple will leave a permanent hole. If it's like a woven cotton or something like that, you'll probably be okay, but you just have to be careful when you're stapling and when you're taking them out that you don't snag your fabric and tear it to pieces. So that's the first simplest way to quickly hem your pants. But again, that's a temporary one. You don't want to depend on that to keep your pants nice and hemmed. So the next thing we're going to try is this fabric fuse peel and stick hem tape. It's not just for hemming. You can use it for all different things, but it's essentially double-sided tape, specially made for fabric. Alright, so it just comes on a little roll. But what you want to do before I really peel that off is you want to measure if your pant leg is in half like this. You want to measure the distance across so you make sure you get the right amount of tape. You can do it in small sections too. You don't have to do it all at once, and you definitely don't have to do one piece for the entire pant leg at one time. What I would do is, like I said, do in small sections. So I'm just going to cut little pieces and stick them down, and then that's going to fold over like we did the first round with the stapler. Craft scissors, not fabric scissors. See if you can see this a little better. Okay, so there's the first little section, and all I did was stick it down near the top, but not at the very tippy top because you don't want to see it. So I stuck it down near the top, and I didn't do the entire length there, I just did a section. And I'm just going to keep going. Now, when you get to the seam, what you can do, you have a couple options. You can open up the seam. See how there's two little flaps there? You can open it up, iron it down, press it, make it nice and flat, and put your tape over it. But what I'm going to do just for the purpose of this video is fold them both to one side and put the tape over that. It will stop sticking to my fingers. So hopefully you can see. Okay. And then this little piece of tape overlapped the other one, so I'm just going to trim it there. And I'll get a better camera set up if everybody still wants to see more videos. But you can see around, well, let me hold it this way, around the top there where you want it hemmed. And technically this is the bottom, so that's your foot is sticking out there. So that's where you want to hem it, obviously. Now, this is double-sided tape, so on the top it's not sticky, it's that protective film. You're just going to peel that off. And you'll see the adhesive there. And just keep peeling. Keep peeling. Ooh, this is real sticky. Not gonna exaggerate, but that's pretty sticky. I actually feel pretty good about that staying. Alright, so all the way around. It's a little messed up right there, but that's okay. I'll still do the job. So now, it's easiest for me to hold it like this, but you're just going to fold that over. Now I've got to put it down because it's really sticky, but you get the idea. Fold it down. Oh my gosh, it's like really sticky. And this tape comes in different widths, so you don't have to get it this wide. I think this is 1/2 inch. Oh no, 5/8 inch. But it does come in all different widths. Or you can cut it down to size, totally up to you. Just going around and you're folding it down. Now I'm not being super precise because this is just a scrap. Oh my gosh, it's really sticky. So just take your time. I'm moving along quickly so you don't have to waste all of your whole day on this video. But there you go. That's it. So then from the other side, if I flip it back the right way, that's your hemmed pant, leg, or sleeve. You can't even really tell. You know, I could smooth it out a little bit. And that's washable too. So I don't know, like I said, I've never used this before. Don't know how long it lasts, how many washes, if it holds up well to wear and tear. So I'm going to throw this through the wash a couple of times also and see how it holds up. But that is the Peel and Stick Fabric Fuse. And this was, according to my receipt, this was $6.99, but I had a 50% off coupon, so it was less than that. It's been a day. Okay, so Peel and Stick Fabric Fuse. That one was super easy. It would have taken me a lot less time if I wasn't talking the whole time, but that's what I do. All right, so on to the next. Okay, so we're starting with our friend here, inside out again. And I'm going to use the other side of, this is where we've already hemmed it with the Peel and Stick tape. I'm just going to use the other opening to show you how to do the iron-on version. So this is a Heat and Bond hem adhesive, and it's in 3/4 inch. I know none of these numbers or things matter to you. You will get whatever you need if you choose this route. There's plenty of options for widths and sizes and things like that. So on the scale of simple to hard, this is the hardest, but even then, if you've ever used an iron, this is super easy. This one I am going to actually press it first. So I'm going to fold over my hem however much you need. This is going to be quite a thick boy. That's going to be a pretty good size hem. All right, and then I'm just going to press it. It's a really good habit to get into, to press everything as you go. It's not a habit that I have, but it's a good habit to have. And this sheet right here, this is a Teflon sheet from my t-shirt press, so it'll protect my tabletop from the heat of my iron. And so I don't get too much of a crease, I'm just gonna go around and carefully iron this. Feel okay about that. I'm not going to lose sleep at night over it. So there we go. So you can see it's not, you know, nailed down or anything, and it's been pressed, so it'll pretty much stay there as your guide. It's not going to get funky on you, and it'll be nice and flat and straight and ready to work. So then what you want to do is take a piece. I do small sections at a time just to make sure it doesn't get crazy, because it can flop out on you and you'll get glue everywhere. Ask me how I know. I just gunked up my iron and I had to clean it, so because I wasn't being careful. So what you want to do is slip this into that little fold that you just made your hem, and it doesn't really matter which side is up because it's going to adhere to the fabric anyway. Okay, so you can't even see it. The glue strip is hidden inside. So then all you do is press it. Now the directions say 3 to 5 seconds. 3 to 5 seconds on each section. Okay. Let that cool before I try to rip it off. So then you just go section by section, cut a little piece at a time. At least that's what I do, because I know I'll mess it up. It doesn't have to be perfect, but do your best. Okay. Now I'm just going to give all the sections another press. Make sure you fold over your little seam there. Going around pressing it from the inside so I don't get really hard creases anywhere by folding it. Okay. You can spend as much time on this as you want if you don't feel that it's adhered. See, you can see a little piece of mine sticking out there, but don't worry about him, he's fine. So now that it's cool to the touch, just working it. It's not coming apart. I'm trying to pull it apart and it's just not. So that's pretty well on there. So now let's flip it inside out, or right side out, I'm sorry. And you can tell it's right side out because your seam is nice. So on one end we had the peel and stick, and you can feel it's a little bit stiffer, which isn't a bad thing. Once it washes a couple times too, it'll ease up. And then the iron-on is a little softer, more pliable, but they're both on there really, really good. So now you know 3 different ways to hem your pants. And if you want to learn how to do it by sewing, either by hand or on machine, just leave me a comment, send me a message, let me know, and we can definitely set up another tutorial. And hopefully each one will get better, because this is my first time filming a tutorial. I have no idea what I'm doing, but if you've gotten this far, thanks so much. Alright, so now you have 3 different options in your tool belt to be able to hem pants, sleeves, shorts. You can really do a lot with this. I'm actually going to use these now because I've never used these before, but I'm very, very, very happy with how they turned out. They were super easy. I mean, doing all 3 of these, well, 2 of these, I didn't actually do the stapler, but that takes 15 seconds. These took less than a minute to do, so it's super fast. Bear, you want to hem your... Oh. Not interested. Just wants to bother me. Okay, so this one was the most expensive. It came in at $6.99, but if you use a coupon, especially if you go to Joann, they have coupons all the time and they price match other stores. So you can, I got this for $3.50. I think I used a 50% off coupon. And that's gonna last, there's a ton on there. Let's see, there's 20 feet on this one. So that's gonna last a while. And then this one was only $3.99. And if you just got this one on regular price and used a coupon, what, $1.50 for this? And that's 8 yards, so that's gonna last you a while. This will last you as long as a stapler normally lasts, and as long as you have staples, so obviously that one's fine. But I do not recommend this. This is for emergencies only. Okay, so that's all I got for you today. I will try to learn how to be better at doing tutorials. This is really weird for me, so if you have any feedback, I am all ears. So with that said, goodbye.